A lot of you guys have been asking, can I film a photo walk with the Panasonic GH1? This video is for you. A lot of you guys that watch this channel know I think about cameras the way Jeremy Clarkson thinks about cars. You know, either they have soul or they don't. Either you bond with them or you don't. For whatever reason, the GH1 was just one of those cameras that I never really bonded with. You know, I got this camera like a year and a half ago, and I filmed with it for about a week. I made the YouTube video, and then it's literally just sat on a shelf ever since then. I don't know why, this camera and I just kind of got off on the wrong foot. I think that's why I want to just take a lap around the neighborhood, take some pictures with this, and kind of get reacquainted with the GH1. There are some things that I really liked about this camera, you know, like this odd sort of rubber coating all along the body that kind of makes it feel like a GoPro Hero 7. That's nice. It actually feels really good in the hands. It's got a decent grip too for what's basically a really small camera. But there were other things that kind of bummed me out. Notably, like the video, 1080p was interlaced and not actual 1080p, and even if you took the time to de-interlace the files, the footage just didn't look that good. I don't know why, it's like I had high hopes about this camera and then just had that kind of like blah sort of feeling, which is kind of just the unfortunate nature of making these types of YouTube videos. You know, you don't really have a whole lot of time to spend with the camera before you've got to get the video up and published. So there's a lot of times, like if you're in a weird mood or you just aren't feeling it, that can kind of affect like the way you feel about the camera. Unfortunately, I think the GH1 kind of fell victim to that. Oh, by the way, for anyone who's curious, I'm just using the GH1 with the standard 14 to 45 millimeter kit lens. Plus, there are other things that can kind of factor into it, like this LCD screen is kind of abysmal. So every time you take a picture or you film something and you look at it back on the camera, it's like, oh, okay. You know, and so then by the time you actually go to edit later on, you've already had a full day of feeling kind of let down. And that kind of clouds your judgment when you're actually looking at your photos and videos from the day. Plus, I think a little part of that was I had just gotten a GH3, maybe like a few months before that, and I absolutely fell in love with the GH3. It's such a cool camera. And I think that's why I kind of felt a little bit left down, is because the GH3 actually, even though it's old, it feels like a modern camera. GH1 feels like a very old camera. I mean, and that's coming from someone like me who is a very old person. By the way, I don't know what it's like where you live, but where I live, there's no nature anymore. Everything is just sort of freeways and apartment complexes and bullshit shopping centers. There's like, it's harder and harder and harder every day to get inspired on a photo walk. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, where's the inspiration? Do you feel inspired when you look at that? And then you kind of factor in that this is what's happening everywhere you go, every minute of the day. We kind of just get used to it and we take it for granted, but psychologically, this has to be taking a toll, man. James Popsis walks outside of his house and he's looking at the cliffs of Mordor like he's Robert Plant in 1976. Meanwhile, that's what I'm looking at. That's all I'm seeing on a daily basis, and I'm trying to find inspiration. I'm trying to make these YouTube videos. I will say it is kind of taking a toll psychologically. You know, the fact of the matter is the GH1's a really capable camera. I mean, first of all, it's one of the original hybrid cameras. It does both photo and video. While you might have some complaints about how it does photo and video, the fact that it does it, and it does it relatively well. And that's the thing, at this age, I've been doing photography for around 36 years now. I haven't really seen a whole lot of bad cameras. I have seen a lot of bad photographers. They're usually the ones complaining about the bad cameras. I like the GH1. It's a cool little camera, especially for just walking around and taking pictures. I did enjoy the time I spent with it. Having said that though, if the day was all walking around filming videos, that would have probably been a different story. I would have probably felt that same sense of frustration that I originally felt. But yeah, for just photography, you know, it's a really capable little camera. The other thing that I wanted to point out for you guys that actually watch these videos is, let me know in the comments what you think about these like photo walk style of videos, because I like doing reviews, but I only have so many cameras, you know? I mean, even for someone like me who has a lot of cameras by sort of normal standards, I'm at like 46 or 47. I post one video a week, and I've been doing that every week for nearly 3 years now. Point being, I've reviewed everything that I own. The only camera I have left is the Olympus EM10 Mark II that I bought back in July. But I haven't really had a chance to like actually go out and shoot with that. I've literally taken like 4 pictures with that camera because I've just been busy like filming these videos. But yeah, for me personally, this is a nice break. I like the idea of just kind of walking around, just using a camera for real, you know, instead of just sitting around and sort of analyzing a camera in a very logical, robotic, analytical, left brain kind of way, I would rather walk around and just actually use a camera, just experience it and say, oh wow, this feels great, you know? This is what it's capable of. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's all I got for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.